Hi, it's Suzy from Active Seniors here with another quick exercise tip. This week I wanted to focus on exercises to help with the fascial system. The fascial system, or the fascia, is the connective tissues, and they have a high amount of nerves in them, so they have a very good supply of information to and from the brain. They're also really important at connecting the function of our muscles, and so we want to make sure that we do all that we can to look after their health. Now, we're going to look specifically today at the lower part of the leg, the calf muscle. And I'm going to show you, based on one of the fascial researchers, whose name is Robert Schlepp, who I may not have pronounced correctly, so I apologize if that was not pronounced correctly. He has a theory that it requires 4 different components to look after the health of the tissue. So the first is a whole body stretch. So we're going to use a chair and we're going to do a modified version of what's called a downward dog for this exercise. Okay, so you're going to place your hands on the chair and we're trying to get a whole body stretch, so that we're feeling it all the way down that chain and even into the back itself. And we're going to hold this typically for about 1 to 1.5 minutes. I won't do it now for time, but you're going to start with that static stretch, making sure that you're breathing, and that as you're moving into the stretch position, you're only going into a mild stretch. Now, the second component involves a little bit more movement. It doesn't involve movement at high ends of the range, but it does involve faster movements, what you can comfortably do. So we're going to use the wall for this one, and we're going to aim to pump the calves like so. So I'm lifting the heels up. I'm trying to focus a little bit more on the speed of the movement, but I still want to get a bit of a stretch and force those heels down. And we're going to do this for 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, so again, I'm not going to demonstrate the entire series of 30 to 45 seconds, but just showing you what it's like. The third component is some release of the tissues. So I have a massage stick here that I'm going to use, but at home you can use a rolling pin. We're going to sit down on the chair and we're going to work through the back of the leg with the massage stick or with your rolling pin. So what you're going to be doing is trying to pull the pin or the stick in towards the body and just slowly working up and down the muscle. If you find any sore spots or tender spots, just hover over those a little bit. Again, we're not trying to have sharp pain here, but just a little bit of discomfort, and spending about 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Now, the final component is what we call proprioception. So working on the muscle and its ability to react to space. So for that, we're going to do an exercise where we exaggerate the top of the movement. Okay, so we're encouraging a little bit of balance here. Be sensible and make sure that you're next to the wall as you're doing it. Okay, and pausing at the top of the movement if you can. If you can't do that standing on one leg, you can do the same thing on both toes, like so. Okay, but we're really trying to focus on that balance component. So all 4 of those elements are really important to include together for the health of that fascia. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tip. Stay safe, stay active, and we'll see you soon for another quick exercise tip.